Hi, this is Duffy Jones from DVM Success, and today we're going to talk about how to increase your radiology revenue. Radiology is one area that we see in most practices that we can really help to increase their revenue. One trend that we see when thinking about radiology is that our more seasoned veterinarians tend to take less x-rays. We tend to think we already know what's going on, and we don't want to spend the client's money, and so we don't take a lot of x-rays. However, new graduates or newer veterinarians will also avoid taking x-rays since they're scared there's going to be a record of something that they have missed. One way to combat these issues and to do better medicine is to send your radiographs to a specialist. The benefits of sending them to the specialist include that you will learn a lot from the reports. I know that when we started doing this in our practice, the amount of things that I learned by reading the reports and looking at the x-rays was substantial. You also get an extra peace of mind of having another set of eyes on the x-rays. Clients rarely ever complain about them having them reviewed. And you'll take more radiographs because you won't worry about missing things. And it's also a great way to get a second opinion. The drawbacks that we typically hear when we talk about sending radiographs to a specialist are as follows. Many will say that they're just too expensive. We can usually manage this by passing along the cost of the radiologist at first to the client with no markup. As time goes on and the doctors believe in the value, the cost really to the client does not become a big concern. Many think they don't need to be reviewed. I can tell you from my standpoint and from a liability standpoint, it gives you a lot of protection. Having a report about what you've seen on those x-rays will really help your records to be complete, and if there is a problem with a client, the backup of the radiologist really makes a difference. Remember, our goal is to have the imaging cost be about 5.25% of our imaging revenue. And here's how we get there. Bundle your radiography charges. Remember to keep together your 2-view or 3-view in some cases sets, your processing and your interpretation together. If you have those as separate charges, there's a high chance that your staff will forget to put one or more of those charges in. The more you keep them bundled, the less chance they have of missing them. The holy grail of radiography is that if you can submit the requisition for the x-rays and have it charged for it before it allows you to take the x-rays. Some practice management softwares will allow you to do this, similar to the way they do it with blood work, and some will not. But if yours does, I highly recommend that you use that. You can also increase the number of films that you take. Remember, radiology has a large amount of fixed costs. The machine and the maintenance are the same no matter how many x-rays you typically take if you're using digital radiography. If you're still using dip tanks, then it does matter and the costs do change a little bit with how many you take. So the more x-rays you take, the lower the cost per x-ray it becomes. So increased volume does a couple of things. Helps to lower the cost, helps you to work your cases up better, does better medicine, and then when you do better medicine, you typically have more profit. Once you have increased the volume, and the clients and the staff and the doctors are used to the price, you can slowly raise the price to help your margin. This is not a shop fee, so many times you have room to increase it. However, your staff, your doctors, and everyone has to believe in the value of the radiology reports to be able to sell it to the client. If your staff believe that it's too expensive, that will come through to the client and you will have more resistance to taking x-rays.